Turmeric, the vibrant yellow spice tucked away in your kitchen, is now one of the most talked about natural supplements for seniors in the US. Maybe you've begun stirring it into your smoothies, steeping it in tea, or mixing it into your breakfast. And with good reason. Research shows turmeric may help fight inflammation, relieve aching joints, promote heart health, and even preserve memory as we grow older. But here's something most people aren't aware of. If you're over 60 and regularly consuming turmeric, there are 3 everyday foods you should never combine it with. Before we start, we ask you to like the video and leave a comment to help the channel grow. Subscribe and activate the notification bell to stay updated on our content. Now let's begin. These aren't strange or hard to find ingredients. They're common items likely in your fridge or pantry right now. You might be eating them without knowing they can interfere with turmeric's effects. When mixed with the wrong foods, turmeric's benefits can be reduced, neutralized, or even cause bloating and inflammation. That means a supplement meant to help you could actually be making things worse. In this video, I'll walk you through 3 foods that should never be eaten alongside turmeric and explain why they may be harmful. Then I'll show you 3 food pairings that actually enhance turmeric's effectiveness and help your body absorb more of its goodness. So go ahead and get cozy with a warm drink. Stick with me. By the end, you'll understand exactly how to use turmeric to get the maximum benefits for your health. Why is turmeric becoming such a favorite among older adults in the US? As we age, many of us begin to focus more on our well-being. Our joints may feel less flexible, digestion might slow down, inflammation can linger longer, and memory doesn't feel as sharp. These are normal age-related changes, but they can still affect our daily life. That's why so many older Americans are turning to natural alternatives. Remedies from the earth that have been trusted for generations and work without relying on synthetic chemicals. Among these, turmeric has gained massive popularity. You've likely heard someone talk about it lately, a neighbor, a doctor, maybe a family member. You might have seen it in stores, on pharmacy shelves, or as an ingredient in wellness drinks like golden milk. It's often called a super spice, and there's a reason. Turmeric is rich in a compound called curcumin, which gives it its bold yellow color. More importantly, curcumin is known for its strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant abilities. It can help reduce joint swelling, support cardiovascular function, aid digestion, and even protect brain health as we grow older. People incorporate turmeric into their diets in all sorts of ways, mixing it with warm water and honey, adding it to smoothies or soups, or taking it in capsule form. It's a simple and natural addition to your daily routine. But here's the part many people miss. Turmeric is only effective if your body can actually absorb it. Unfortunately, curcumin on its own is not easily absorbed. Research shows that without the right support, your body might take in only a small fraction of the curcumin you ingest. So, even if you use turmeric every day, you may not be getting all the benefits. Even more concerning, certain foods can block your body from absorbing curcumin entirely. Some can even cause negative effects, especially for older adults with sensitive digestion or existing health conditions. So before you take another turmeric capsule or add that golden spice to your tea, it's important to know which foods to avoid. Up next, I'll reveal 3 incredibly common foods found in nearly every kitchen that should never be paired with turmeric. These combinations might be undermining your efforts, and learning what they are could be a game changer for your health. First up, processed dairy. Here's why it interferes with turmeric's power. Specifically, we're talking about processed dairy items like sliced American cheese, powdered creamers, sweetened flavored yogurts, and pre-shredded cheese. These are popular for their convenience and taste and often show up in breakfast meals or as snacks. Many enjoy cheese with eggs, add creamer to coffee, or reach for fruity yogurt. But if you're using turmeric, these choices might be doing more harm than good. Processed dairy is typically packed with additives, preservatives, artificial flavoring, stabilizers, and sometimes added sugars. These ingredients can make digestion more difficult, particularly for older adults who may already face issues like a slower metabolism, reflux, or sensitive digestion. When digestion is impaired, your body also has a harder time taking in nutrients, like curcumin, the key component in turmeric. But there's another issue. Research shows that proteins in dairy combine with curcumin and keep it from being absorbed by your body. That means you could be faithfully using turmeric daily and still missing out on its benefits just because of what you're pairing it with. For instance, tossing turmeric into eggs with processed cheese may seem like a nutritious choice, but that cheese might actually be blocking its anti-inflammatory properties. The same is true for turmeric lattes made with powdered creamers or sweetened milk products. If you enjoy creamy turmeric drinks or recipes, don't worry, you've got better options. Try using unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or coconut milk. These plant-based choices are easier on digestion, less likely to cause inflammation, and allow turmeric to do its job. Plus, they blend smoothly into beverages and soups without the sneaky ingredients that reduce absorption. The bottom line is simple. If you're using turmeric to support your health, it's best to steer clear of processed dairy. Your digestion, joints, and overall well-being will benefit. Next up, vinegar-rich foods and how they interfere with turmeric's effects. The second group to be cautious with when using turmeric includes acidic foods made with vinegar. These include common condiments in dishes like bottled salad dressings, pickles, mustard, ketchup, and anything made with white or apple cider vinegar. These are staples in many households. A sandwich with pickles, a salad with store-bought dressing, or some coleslaw from the deli all seem harmless. But here's where it becomes a problem. Turmeric is a fragile compound. Its active component, curcumin, needs the right conditions in order to be absorbed efficiently. When it's consumed alongside very acidic foods, like vinegar, it can become unstable. That means curcumin might break down before your body can even use it. What's worse, for people with sensitive digestion or reflux, combining turmeric with acidic foods can cause stomach upset, bloating, or heartburn. A lot of people think they're being healthy by mixing turmeric into salad dressings, and the idea is good. But if that dressing is full of vinegar or citrus, it might be doing more harm than good. You might not notice the issue right away, but over time it can limit the positive impact turmeric has. So, what's the better option? A small change can make a big difference. Instead of using acidic store-bought dressings, try making your own with extra virgin olive oil, a touch of lemon juice, and a dash of black pepper. Not only is this combination tasty, but the healthy fats and pepper help your body absorb turmeric more effectively. Another helpful tip, if you like vinegar-based foods like pickles or tart condiments, try eating them at a different time than your turmeric. Spacing them out allows turmeric to work properly without interference. In short, acidic foods aren't bad, but when you eat them matters. To make turmeric more effective, avoid pairing it with vinegar-rich items during the same meal. Now let's move on to the third hidden culprit, sugary cereals and baked goods, and how they quietly reduce turmeric's power. There's something warm and familiar about foods like sweet breakfast cereals and baked treats. Maybe it's a bowl of sugary flakes in the morning, a muffin from your favorite cafe, or a slice of banana bread in the afternoon. These comfort foods are part of many people's daily habits. And turmeric has even started showing up in them, too. You've probably seen turmeric muffins, pancakes, or granola bars claiming to be healthy. But if those foods are loaded with refined sugar, you might be undoing all of turmeric's potential benefits without even knowing it. Here's why. Sugar is one of the most inflammatory ingredients out there. It quickly spikes blood sugar, puts pressure on your metabolism, and is linked to long-term issues like heart problems, joint pain, and memory loss. Turmeric, on the other hand, works in the opposite way. Its purpose is to lower inflammation, protect your cells, and help calm the immune system. So when you eat turmeric with sugary cereal, pastries, or cookies, the body gets mixed signals. One from turmeric trying to fight inflammation, and one from sugar increasing it. In the end, turmeric's effect is weakened. Even worse, high-sugar foods can raise insulin levels, slow down digestion, and block how well your body takes in nutrients, curcumin included. For older adults managing blood sugar, joint stiffness, or brain health, this mix can be especially unhelpful. That doesn't mean you have to give up comfort food altogether. You just need smarter choices. Add turmeric to plain oatmeal, whole grain toast with almond butter, or a fruit smoothie using bananas or berries. And if you want a bit of sweetness, try raw honey or a dash of maple syrup. These options are less processed and don't cause the same dramatic blood sugar swings. The key message here is this: if turmeric is part of your anti-inflammatory routine, Don't combine it with foods that cause inflammation at the same time. That includes many packaged cereals, store-bought pastries, and anything made with refined sugar or corn syrup. Being mindful makes a big difference. Now that we've gone over what to avoid, let's turn to something more positive: how to make turmeric work even better. The great news is that turmeric's effects can be significantly boosted just by pairing it with the right kinds of foods. You don't need fancy powders or pricey supplements. All it takes are a few simple ingredients you likely already have in your kitchen. These 3 foods aren't just safe to pair with turmeric. They actually improve how your body absorbs curcumin and increase its health benefits. Whether you're using turmeric for joint comfort, digestion, mental clarity, or heart support, these combinations can really help. Let's take a look at these 3 turmeric enhancers and how to include them in daily life. First up is black pepper, a simple but powerful addition. It's likely already on your table, but it does a lot more than season your food. Black pepper has a compound called piperine, and studies have shown that piperine can improve your body's ability to absorb curcumin by as much as 2,000%. Yes, 2,000%. Without piperine, only a small portion of curcumin gets absorbed. But with a small pinch of black pepper, that number increases dramatically. This is especially important for older adults, as our bodies naturally get less efficient at processing nutrients with age. What you eat matters, but how your body uses it matters even more. Combining turmeric with black pepper doesn't just help with digestion, it gives your body better access to turmeric where it counts: your joints, brain, and immune system. You don't need a lot. Just a pinch of freshly ground black pepper will do. Stir it into turmeric tea, mix it with eggs, or add it to soups and stews. It won't change the flavor much, but makes a big difference for your health. Here's a simple example. Mix a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric with a cup of warm almond milk and a dash of black pepper. Stir it and drink it in the morning. This can easily become a daily wellness habit that supports joint function, mental clarity, and reduced inflammation. One final tip: always try to use freshly ground black pepper, not the pre-ground kind in a shaker. Whole peppercorns have more active piperine and work better. And if you're already using turmeric supplements, check the label. Many top brands now add piperine, often labeled as biopyrine, which is a concentrated black pepper extract. If it's missing, you might not be getting the full benefit from your supplement. So keep this in mind: turmeric and black pepper aren't just good together in the kitchen, they're a great health duo. Each time you use turmeric, be sure to add a pinch of black pepper. It's a small action that delivers big benefits. Next, healthy fats. Helping curcumin become more absorbable. The second key ingredient that works well with turmeric is healthy fat. Curcumin, the main active part of turmeric, dissolves in fat, not in water. That's a critical point because if you take turmeric without any fat, your body might just flush most of it out without taking in the helpful properties. For older adults, especially those dealing with inflammation or stiff joints, this makes a big difference. You want turmeric to be as effective as possible, and pairing it with healthy fat helps curcumin enter your bloodstream and reach the areas that need support. So what counts as healthy fat? Think of extra virgin olive oil, avocados, nut butters, flax or chia seeds, and fatty fish like salmon. These foods are rich in beneficial fats that help your brain, heart, and metabolism without the downsides of processed or saturated fats. Here are some ideas. If you're making soup or stew with turmeric, add a spoonful of olive oil at the end. If you like smoothies, try tossing in some avocado or a spoon of almond butter with your turmeric. For roasted veggies, sprinkle turmeric on top and drizzle with olive oil before baking. Or if you prefer eggs in the morning, cook them with olive or avocado oil and a dash of turmeric and black pepper. The point isn't to eat more fat, it's to eat the right kind with turmeric. These fats help transport curcumin through your digestive system and into your bloodstream, where it can lower inflammation, boost memory, and support easier movement in your joints. One thing to remember: don't pair turmeric with harmful fats like margarine, shortening, or anything deep-fried. Those types of fat raise inflammation and cancel out turmeric's effects. Stick to clean, whole food fats. Think of healthy fat as the vehicle that delivers turmeric to where it's needed. Without it, turmeric struggles. With it, curcumin becomes far more powerful, and you'll notice the benefits. Third, raw honey, a naturally sweet partner for inflammation relief. The third ingredient that improves turmeric's effectiveness is raw honey. It doesn't just taste great, it has healing qualities of its own. Raw honey contains antioxidants, anti-inflammatory compounds, and small amounts of natural enzymes that help with digestion and immune health. When combined with turmeric, raw honey does two important things. First, it improves the flavor of turmeric, especially in drinks. Second, it boosts turmeric's ability to calm the body, helping soothe throat irritation, reduce inflammation in the gut, and support immune balance. But here's the important part. It must be raw honey, not the regular kind from the store that comes in a plastic bear bottle. Most of that honey is highly processed, heated at high temperatures, and stripped of its healing nutrients. Raw honey, by contrast, looks cloudier, has more texture, and still contains beneficial enzymes, pollen, and nutrients. Here are a few simple ways to use it with turmeric. Mix half a teaspoon of turmeric with a teaspoon of raw honey in warm water, then sip it slowly. Add both turmeric and raw honey to herbal teas for a calming night drink. Mix turmeric, lemon, and honey in hot water as a gentle detox in the morning. Or simply combine turmeric and honey into a thick paste and take a small spoonful daily. What some call the golden spoon. For those dealing with seasonal allergies, sinus congestion, or sore throats, this combo is especially useful. And thanks to honey's natural sweetness, it helps you enjoy turmeric without using sugar or syrup, which cause more inflammation. One small caution: if you have diabetes or are tracking your blood sugar, raw honey should still be used in small amounts. Even though it's natural, it still contains sugar. But in moderation, about a teaspoon a day, it's safe and can be helpful for most people. So, if you're searching for an easy and natural way to improve how your body uses turmeric, raw honey is a great option. It helps your body absorb more and adds its own layer of support for your health. As we wrap up this video, I want to thank you, not just for tuning in, but for making your health a priority. It's something that's easy to forget when life gets hectic. But today, you took a moment to learn, reflect, and take a step forward. And that matters. We've gone over turmeric, not just what it is, but how it functions, how it supports the body, and how it can become a regular part of your wellness routine. We looked at 3 common foods that can block its benefits, and then we explored 3 simple, natural ingredients: black pepper, healthy fats, and raw honey, that help bring out turmeric's full power. I know it can all feel like a lot sometimes. There are so many tips, do's and don'ts, and mixed messages about what's healthy. But here's the reality: it doesn't have to be overwhelming. Good health isn't about being perfect. It's about making steady, thoughtful progress. It's about small actions you take every day that slowly move you in the right direction. You don't have to change everything overnight. Maybe tomorrow you add a bit of turmeric and black pepper to your morning tea. Maybe next week you switch that sugary creamer for almond milk. Maybe when your joints ache, you try a small spoonful of turmeric mixed with honey. These simple choices build up, and over time they turn into habits. And those habits don't just affect how your body feels, they shape how you feel emotionally. When we take care of our bodies, we gain a sense of balance. We feel more grounded. We feel more resilient. And at any stage of life, whether you're in your 60s or your 90s, that feeling of strength and confidence is something you deserve. I always say aging isn't a slow decline, it's a process of refinement. You already have the knowledge. You've lived through so much. Now you get to use that life experience to make mindful choices that support your body, your thoughts, and your spirit. So if this video gave you something useful, I hope you'll share it. Pass it on to someone you love, a friend, a brother or sister, a neighbor. You never know how one small message might brighten someone's day, or even support their health. And if you want to keep learning with us, we're right here.